Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop.
Jasmine just was like, I like that. You gotta keep that one. Like that one. She like that one. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody, man? We are back at it. What is this? 99?
99.
East 1999, my nigga. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about back in the day when we had no pocket. All that shit.
Right.
Oh man, listen. I'm glad that you guys are with us. This is the issue that we talk, like we had said in the opening. I'm not gonna get the pleasantries out the way because you heard the pleasantries in the opening. Only thing I will say is you can catch us on Twitch. Shout out to my people with Twitch. You know I love Twitch. I'm trying to be this content creator, so eventually I'm gonna have to get all these social medias and I'm gonna have to connect with all y'all. But Twitch, you guys are definitely some of the people I want to connect with. One guy on Twitch called me T Grizzly, and I want to find you just so I can see what you look like so I can roast you. But nor here nor there. Again, this is the issue we talk. I am the joint toting, black smoking, bad MO that you see in front of you. I am the host of this show. I go by Lily. I am with the do all be all, the top shelf, the creme de la creme, the ace in the hole, the say my name because I'm a queen. The lady that keeps the bells and the whistles popping, the lady that keeps the lights on, the lady that created this. If it wasn't for her, it would not be no me. That is real talk. I cannot lie. You guys know my antics because my peoples made this platform for us. So let's give a round of applause for the Gandalf of the show. Shout out to my nerds. Lindsay.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the intro. How is it going?
It's going cool. It's actually going nice. It's going nice. I just got back. My job that pays the bills. I had to go to Chicago to handle some business there. Shout out to Chicago. Real cool time. I was there. Wasn't there for a long time, but I was there. I had a good time. And one thing that I will say, and it's not a secret, so I don't have no problem saying this. Listen, all you tourists, stop eating deep dish pizza. Real Chicago people don't eat deep dish pizza. They don't. They leave that for the tourists. They actually laugh at you for ordering a deep dish pizza. That's how they know you from out of town.
Well, all right.
Yeah. What you want to do is if you go to a spot for pizza, you want to ask for a pizza and you want to ask for a tavern style.
Tavern style. Okay.
Yes.
So what's the difference?
Deep dish is just sauce on top, hella cheesy. Give you gas, give you the shits. If your body ain't used to all that fucking cheese and sauce, you're gonna have the running man shits for a couple of days. And they laugh at you for that. Tavern style though is like thin crust, but it's slightly more, so you get more bang to your buck. But it's cut like we cut thin crust piece. Because it's not as thick It's like personal pan or dough or whatever, but it's slightly bigger than thin crust that we eat. You know, because thin crust that we eat, you know, it's paper thin.
Right, right.
Tavern style is a little bit more than that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try Tavern style.
Oh
I
yeah,
never.
I listen. I brought it home. I've been fucking it up.
Yeah, I bet. I bet it don't sound too bad. Cause you know what I was pleasantly surprised with was New York style pizza.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
need to go.
yeah, yeah. When I went, I had it, and like with every bite, it got better and better.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah. And we was about to walk out because we was like, "Why is it taking forever to get this pizza?" You know. And when we got it, boy, that was the best thing we ate the whole time we was there.
You know what? Facts. I was saying the same thing. I was talking to my guy.
Hmm.
Deep dish pizza is a tourist casserole. That's a fact. That's a fact,
Yeah.
Beckerman. That's a fact, Beckerman. Nah, like real life. I was talking to my guy, and I was like, "Man, how long does pizza got to take?" And he was just like, "Chill, chill. Don't even worry about
Right.
it. When it come, it come." And when it came out, oh man, listen, this
Hmm.
shit smelled like brand new money. This shit was, by the smell, I knew this shit was about to be delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, right. And because we was like really waiting, it was barely anybody in there as well. And we was like, what the hell? You know, but yeah, when we got it, it was the best thing. Best thing since sliced bread. And it was sliced bread.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but yeah.
This shit was. I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to try New York pizza, but Chicago. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Cause I was gonna talk shit to my guy, cause my guy from Chicago. So he was like, I'm gonna take you around spots that we go. I'm not disrespecting this area, but we didn't get a chance to go there. But this is what the area is called. So please don't try to cancel me. I did not get to go to Jewtown and get a Jewtown sausage. But everybody that I met in Chicago was like, yes, you got to go down to Jewtown. I'm talking about everybody that I met in Chicago, and we
Oh,
did
yeah.
go down there. So if I when I next time I go down there, I need to take Jasmine down there. I'm gonna go to Jewtown, and I'm gonna get a Jewtown Polish.
Mm. Okay. That sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah, they said they was telling me like the pizza was good. They told me that, and then they told me to go to this franchise that they have, Portello's. And
Hmm.
I went to Portello's and I got the beef and the sausage sandwich. Mwah, shit was delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard Chicago does have good food. Like, I went for a day because I had like a what was it, like an 8 hour layover or something. So I didn't get to partake in that much food tourism, but I heard that that's the place to go for food. So
Yeah,
it makes sense. And then everybody talks about Garrett's. I've had Garrett's before, but yeah, everybody talks about Garrett's popcorn.
yeah.
Did you get some?
We didn't get to them because what we had to do, we had to hurry up and get there and then extract what we needed to extract and then go back. I know I said that like I'm a drug dealer, but I swear to God I'm not. We just had we had a time frame that we were supposed to be down there for 2 days, but the time frame got pushed back because of how extremely the cargo we was carrying started getting sensitive, so we had to hurry up and get back.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Beckerman says Portillo's is good if you have them dip it in the juice.
And I did. And they asked me, and I said, "Yeah, go ahead and dip that." They said, "Do you want your bread dipped, or you just want it raw?" I said, "Nah, dip that. Do it like everybody else do it." And they was like, "Bet."
Mhm. Oh, okay.
They
Yeah.
gave me the Chicago experience.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I would want as well. Yeah. But that's cool. That's cool. Um, yeah.
So
So
yeah,
you ready to get into these topics?
Are you ready, 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 ready? Yes, I'm ready, 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 ready. Let's talk about the topics. The topics. The
Yeah.
topics. Shout out to
Right.
Grace's Corner, man.
Right. Right. So, yeah. Hmm.
What we gonna start with?
I know. I'm looking at this list like, where do we want to start? Let's start with something nice. Uh, New Edition has a residency now starting in 2024. In Las Vegas, a Las Vegas residency. When I saw this, I absolutely was like, I'm going. I am freaking going. That wasn't on the list of things to do, but I'm gonna make it on the list. I'm gonna put it on the list rather. So, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's dope. I mean, listen, we're in a generation now that I really do love when it comes to music because um this generation that grew up off their mother, their fathers, their big sisters, their big cousins, their big brothers, the big homies music. These people are now executives and they're making a lot of boss ass decisions that keep a lot of people able to take pay their mortgage and take their kids to private school. I think it's really fucking dope that New Edition gets a residency because if this was 20 years ago, people would be acting like they didn't know who New Edition was. So I'm glad that this is happening. I think New Edition is a shit. New Edition was my big sisters, my big cousins. That was their favorite group. That was their boy band. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad that they're getting the respect that they do, and they're getting a residency, and not only in Vegas but in one of the dopest hotels in Vegas. Like the Wynn is very dope. I actually when I went to Vegas, the one of the times I went to Vegas, I actually had a room at the Wynn, and the Wynn was Wynn is dope. Not only did I have a room at the Wynn, they upgraded my room because they doubled.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So they upgraded my room. My room had heated floors and all that shit. So yeah,
Heated floor.
yeah, my shit.
Yeah.
I had a thermostat for my motherfucking
Mhm.
for the temperature in my room. I also had a thermostat for my goddamn floor.
Right. Right.
So if I wanted my floor cold because it's hot, because we that time we went like in the middle of fucking June. So
Yeah.
it was it was not it was not it was not humid. I say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, however way I wanted my like when I stepped out the shower, my floor was warm, baby.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The times I've went, they were August, September, October, and then when I went as a kid was in the summer. But yeah, and all the times were hot.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I've
I
never
learned my
known.
lesson. If I go to Vegas now, and I'm gonna go to Vegas around this time. I'm not going to Vegas when everything is hot. That was just fucking
Right,
stupid.
right, right. But shoot, I was sweating in October. Uh, so yeah, but yeah, yeah. I'm elated, and it makes sense for them to have a residency. They consistently have been touring for God knows how long. You know what I mean? So it only would make sense. And on top of that, with Usher killing the game right now,
Mm-hmm.
and has been killing the game for the past 3 years, like yeah, yeah, it would totally make sense for
Mm-hmm.
uh for them to go on ahead and open it up to more black artists. So um yeah, I'm totally here for it. I'm totally here for it. And that way we ain't gotta worry about them coming to you so you can just go to where they're at, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean they have had more like they have had other black artists, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like they're starting to get um more urban artists now.
Yeah.
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 So
And
yeah.
I can't wait to see Bobby Brown sweat off at least 30 of them motherfuckers. I don't do cocaine no more, pounds. Cause god damn, Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard
I love
somebody
you,
else
Bobby,
talking
but
about it.
Bobby, you starting to look like TD Jackson. That's the truth.
Man. I heard somebody else talking about that too. Like, especially for him to keep up with as many shows that they'll probably have to do, you know, he's gonna have to get in shape.
You're
He's
gonna
gonna have
have
to
to.
try to reverse some of that stuff.
You don't have
Yeah.
to. Like I get it getting off cocaine. Um, you know what I'm saying? It's a daily struggle, and I applaud you for your struggle, Bobby. I'm not talking about you like that. What I am saying though, like, come on, man. You know, you fucking Bobby Brown. You should be able to see your dick every time you take a piss, my nigga.
Well, all right. Yeah.
You Bobby motherfucking Brown.
Yeah.
My mama had a crush on you, my nigga. You got to do something different.
Man, when you look at how he used to look compared to how he look now, you like that cannot be the same person. It's wild.
Nigga, you was one of the reasons why I don't want to take my gap out.
Yeah. He
Nigga,
did make it stylish.
you was a gap tooth player. That's
Right.
why I never take this gap out. It's there. It'll never go nowhere.
Right,
Never.
right. But yeah. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, he yeah, he definitely gonna have to start getting in shape, but for that because that's a lot. That's gonna be a lot of shows that they're gonna have to do. So, but they're gonna do it in one place. So I'm definitely here for it.
They gonna be living good too. Ooh,
Hmm.
shit, they gonna be living good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I can imagine how my rule be is that nigga, I ain't shit. So I can imagine what they homes look like.
Yeah, yeah. That's even if they get rooms, because a lot of them people they just rent houses and stuff. So
Me personally, I want a penthouse, so I ain't gotta go nowhere. You know how player it'd be to just wake up, brush your teeth, put some clothes on, walk downstairs, and go to work. Nigga, that's player.
I get that, but in the same breath, I would want to get away from everyone. That's a lot of people, and a whole lot of tourists, all the people around you. You just getting out your room just to walk down. You want to be incognito and shit, and you got people gonna spot you and all that. What if you ain't having a good day? What if it's an off day and you don't want to be bothered with nobody? Like,
Then you don't leave your fucking room. You got a penthouse. You sit on the top floor. You open up your fucking balcony. You sit out there and you blow one, and you don't go downstairs. And you order
but
fucking room
that's
service.
but that's the thing. What if you don't want to be a recluse? You just don't want to be bothered with nobody.
That's cool. I go out to service interest like I always do because I'm a celebrity, and I go find something to fuck to do.
Mm. I
Yeah,
mean,
I ain't gotta be on the. First of all, if I'm gonna do a residency, y'all flipping the bill for everything. I'm not renting no motherfucking house.
yeah. I didn't say that they was gonna flip the
Yeah,
building.
I ain't renting no. Y'all flipping the bill and cutting me a check. I am living like a king, and I'm bringing I'm bringing Jasmine. I'm bringing Karen. I'm bringing my mama. I'm bringing my pops. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring maybe one or two of my nieces. Maybe two of them, and because I can't bring four of them because all of them end up in jail. Because when they connect, they get to thinking real thuggish. you know, I'm gonna take two of them with me the whole time, and the other two could pop up every other weekend because we not doing that shit. But like, nigga, this is all off y'all dime. I am kicking it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not paying for none of this shit. I'm
No,
getting per diem.
listen. This is gonna be the shit. I'm going to actually look at my family and be like, everything's on them, not me, not you. It's on them. What you want? You want ice cream at 2 a.m? Bet.
Right, right.
Shit's on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. But yeah, I just would want to get away. I don't want to see nobody after I'm done. When I'm done, I'm done.
You can do that. You can take a ride.
Yeah.
You can do that. Tell them to pull up a car for you and then take a ride around Vegas. Clear your mind. Drink you a little bit, smoke you something, and then come the fuck back home and go to sleep.
But that's what I'm saying. I want to take a ride to my house and go to sleep. Maybe I'll have a room there if I don't want to take the ride. But no, I would most definitely not have a place there. Uh,
Better than
yeah.
me. I think to myself, even if I was a millionaire, I'm a penny pincher. So all this is gonna be on somebody else's dime.
I know. Even the house is gonna be on somebody else's dime because that's what I would require.
Oh, now, if that was the case, then yeah. Now, if
Yeah.
that is the case, I'm bringing a whole goddamn family. Listen, I'm
Yeah.
bringing a couple of niggas from the hood.
Shit. I don't know about all that.
I am. I'm telling you, a couple of my niggas is coming. Like, I know they ain't gonna be on no fuck shit because now we all grown. I ain't gonna bring the niggas that still think that we in our 20s. I'm bringing the niggas that know they 40 and they got something to do.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, a couple of those people can come along. But yeah, that's what I would do. And this is funny how this turned into what would we do if we had a residency?
Right. Shout out to New Edition, baby.
Right.
Matter of
Right,
fact, shout
right.
out to all of New Edition, including Johnny Gill being a part of this. This the whole
Yeah.
shebang.
Yeah. Like when we talk New Edition, it's all 6 now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been like that for a while. So yeah, shout out to all 6. All 6 for continually and consistently doing it. You know?
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Johnny Gill because Johnny Gill a real nigga. The only reason why I say Johnny Gill a real nigga is when Johnny Gill was here, that nigga connected with my step pops because my pops works for the city and he was doing a show down here, and my pops was working. And he just spoke to him like, "Hey, how you doing?" And the nigga turned around and had a full ass conversation. By the time they was done, the nigga had tickets to the show and he had a bottle of wine, courtesy of Johnny Gill. Like, boom, hey, this show up because I appreciate you for knowing who I am. So shout out to Johnny Gill because that's a real one.
oh yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So
Hold on, sidebar, not even cutting that out. He wanted
yeah.
to he wanted my mama to make dinner for him because I guess my pop said something about she makes I didn't forgot, so don't let me lie about this. But it was some dish that he was talking about, and he wanted to sit down and have dinner with them, but they didn't have time. Their schedules was off. Real shit. Like my motherfucking pops and mama schedule was off for Johnny motherfucking Gill.
The schedule would have had to be
Like you motherfuckers is crazy.
Yeah.
That's how I know old niggas don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Because I would have stopped everything.
Right.
I would have stopped everything
too. So I can't move this. Oh no. Everything would have been moved. Johnny Gill, he wants something to eat. Oh yeah. I don't even cook, but I would cook. I figured out. I've been in Google some shit. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm fucking scared. When my pops told me that shit, I said, man, listen, I ain't never cussed at my pops, and I never will. But in my head, I was like, are you fucking crazy?
Right. He was like, yeah, I couldn't move my appointment.
Right.
You know, so
fast talking Mississippi nigga was like, hey, man, things didn't line up for me, Lily. I was trying to get it and it just didn't work. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, nah, I would have had to rearrange some things. Everybody would have understood. But yeah, so guess we can keep it on music. The Grammy nominations came out. Yeah. So
yeah.
There's been a couple of good things like Victoria Monet. I love seeing this. She got 7 nominations this year. You know. And I want to say SZA got 9. But
yeah, I didn't count, but yeah, SZA's on a lot of them.
Yeah. So a couple of the categories are Record of the Year, which is Worship by John Baptiste, Not Strong Enough, Boy Genius, Flowers, Miley Cyrus, What Was I Made For from Barbie, Billie Eilish, On My Mama, Victoria Monet, Vampire, Olivia, Rodrigo, Anti-Hero, Taylor Swift, Kill Bill, SZA. And then album of the year, uh, let's see, World Music Radio, John Baptiste, The Record, Boy Genius, Endless Summer Vacation, Miley Cyrus. Excuse me. Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard, Lana Del Rey? The Art of Pleasure, Janelle Monáe, Guts, Olivia Rodrigo, Midnights, Taylor Swift, SOS, SZA. And then let's see. Then we have Song of the Year, which is a lot of people. I'm not even gonna go through all this. Yeah. But Kill Bill is on there for Song of the Year. And Best New Artist, Victoria Monet is on there, along with Ice Spice and Jelly Roll, Coco Jones, Nora Kahan, The War and Treaty, and Gracie Abrams and Fred again.
Only thing I got to say about that one is shout out to Jelly Roll, because Jelly Roll,
he's been really doing it.
Artist. He's not a new artist, but
neither
Jelly
Roll, my name.
Yeah, but he has definitely been consistent in the years that I've been listening to Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is he's authentic.
Yeah. Right. I was kind of confused with the Jelly Roll and the Victoria Monet, because I'm like, Victoria Monet been out for some years, but maybe they go off of this is the first time they've been submitted.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, Metro Boomin got nominated for Producer of the Year and Hit Boy. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Who else? Let's see.
I mean, but do you think any of besides, and I hate to say it like this, but I'm gonna just keep it up and fuck it. Besides, like a couple of them white folks, I don't think too many people really care about the Grammys like that anymore.
Too many people as far as like regular people or people in the industry?
Like people in the industry.
It doesn't necessarily define you anymore, because it's all about like who you network with, if you're likable and stuff like that, if you're memorable. It's not necessarily about the talent. Because if it was about the talent, it would be a lot of other people that would have Grammys. Because there's people that are very consistent in their talent and very consistent in their stardom that don't have Grammys.
Yeah. That's why I was asking, like, does it really even matter anymore? Because it's people that make consistent hits and just keep rocking, and it's like they don't even want to be considered for nomination. They like, man, I don't want none of that.
Right. And so I think like because of that is probably the reason why people just like whatever, so but it's still a good accolade to have. And then on top of that, when people get it, when they shouldn't have gotten it, when that there was more talented artists in that category that shouldn't have got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and like even artists like question it because it doesn't make sense. Like like say for instance Beyonce she has like the most Grammys ever, but they're not in the major categories. So, and even Adele will even question it, like, why hasn't Beyonce got Album of the Year? Like, this doesn't make any sense. And then we just knew she was a shoo-in last year, and it didn't happen. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But y'all give it to her in the other categories. So are the other categories like throwaway categories? So
that's the thing I don't understand. Or like when they just totally snubbed The Weeknd, and I was like, nigga, what?
And
Like
Kendrick
this
Lamar.
nigga, this nigga was consistent for like 5 years running. And
Mm-hmm.
like y'all snubbed the shit out this nigga.
Yeah. Yeah. And Kendrick Lamar. And they got so much backlash when they snubbed Kendrick Lamar for
But
Macklemore
Mackler
that
fucking
they
more.
yeah, but then they turned around and overcorrected. I feel like they overcorrected, but and it was just like it was like overkill at that point. You know what I mean? Because
Yep.
it just was like, okay, like y'all really not taking this seriously either. You know?
Shit, even Macklemore didn't respect that.
Yeah, yeah. So he was like, "We sharing this. I'm gonna keep it at my house, but we
Yeah.
gonna share."
And I mean he's supposed to because I mean shit. He knew that like, yeah, as dope as not because I'm not gonna shoot down
Right.
Macklemore's album. That album was actually pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't the
It
album
wasn't
of the
good
year.
kid. Yeah, it wasn't good kid, Bad City. Um, but yeah, yeah. Because I even was like back then. I even was like, now Macklemore is pretty dope. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna shit on
I'm not
him.
holding nothing on him. I'm not
Yeah,
shooting Macklemore now because
you're right.
Macklemore that was a good album. That was a Grammy a nominated album and it should have been Grammy nominated. Should it
Yeah,
have won? No.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But and then I'm just gonna keep it a being, as you would say. Invasion of Privacy, Cardi B shouldn't have won.
No.
That shouldn't. It was up against Astro World by Travis Scott and Victory Lap by Nipsey Hussle. And this was pre-death. This was pre-death. And I was like, and everybody knows how much I love Travis Scott, especially Astro World. Even though Birds in the Trap is my favorite, but I digress. Um I was like Nipsey should have won.
Victory Lap should have been album
Yeah.
of the year.
Yeah. It just at the very least it should have won best rap album. And for Cardi B to win, I was like, that album is not that good. Like I listened to it all the way through one time. And I was done. Like it was okay. It was
It
okay.
was okay. Listen,
Right.
no downplay to Cardi B. Cardi
Yeah,
B
but
deserves. Yeah, you
it wasn't
deserve
worth it.
the things that you were getting, but nah, from who you was up against, no.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And like for real, it shouldn't even been on the list. Like it shouldn't even been there.
I ain't gonna say
And
that because
the only two.
nowadays record labels and the powers that be, they have to go with what's trending. So I won't say that. But what I will say is at one point,
They don't have
some
to go
niggas
with
gotta
what's
start renouncing their throne, like Prince Hakeem. You know what I'm saying? Like some people gotta be like, oh no, I'm not accepting that award.
But that's the thing, they don't have to go with what's trending. Cause usually they don't. Like you'll see somebody that get up there and win 50-11 awards that you ain't never heard of. You know what I'm saying? So they don't necessarily have to go with what's trending. But
But they go with what's trending for them.
they go with who campaigns the best. It's a whole campaign that they do. You got to go around for months kissing babies and kissing ass, like, and it's a committee of people that vote, and they don't necessarily vote for shit that they listen to. So if it's a category that they don't listen to, like if it's an old white man that don't care about rap, don't listen to rap, they only gonna vote for who stick out in their head. And if you campaign the best, if you had the best campaign, then you'll probably get that vote. But that's what it is. That's what it is. Like they about to be on the campaign trail here in the next few months. Like for
I
real.
believe it. I believe, and I hate that because if
It's
I
not
ever,
about the talent.
yeah, it's not about the talent anymore. That's what I was about to say. Like, If the powers to be had gave me the flowers to ever become an artist, and I was like real renowned, I'm not about to go on a campaign and win no motherfucking Grammy. That's not what I'm doing this shit for. I'm doing this for me to be relatable to people, because I know I'm not the only one that feels this way or does these things in the world. So I'm doing this shit for y'all. I'm not about to act funny or do no extra shit or be on. Y'all are as an artist, you should think the world is supposed to be your muse. The world, not just a sub culture of people. The world. So the world should be relatable to you. And I think, I don't know. That's just me. I would not campaign for that shit, and especially if I knew, like, because as an artist, like, you listen to your shit. I know this I just know this for a fact. You listen to your shit. But if something is dope, you gotta respect where it's dope, and you end up listening to that shit too. And then you gotta and you end up sometimes people get you.
Yeah.
And niggas know, real artists know it, like, oh nah, they got it this year. This shit was, I wish I could have wrote a song like that. Like, but when you see that shit and motherfuckers get snubbed, I'm gonna be like, man, I'm not accepting that bullshit. Like, I'm not doing that. Cause I don't want, again, I don't want a subculture of people to say I'm the best. I want the world to say it.
Yeah. Right. But I remember people did come down on Cardi for winning, and she, got on internet like she does and talked about it. Cause she was like, I was the one that was spending days in the studio, and I was pregnant and blah blah blah. And I was just like, what? Just because you pregnant and you was in the studio pregnant means that you supposed to win a Grammy? Like, what are you talking about?
You ain't the only person that did that shit. SUV did that shit for years.
Yeah, I was offended, and I ain't got shit to do with nothing. But I was offended. I was just like, that don't mean that you win that you should win a Grammy just because you recorded while you were pregnant. You don't have the better album. Period. Full stop. You don't.
Right. You was in there pregnant, rapping, and not making the best.
Right.
Like, not the norms. And again, not to shoot you down, Cardi B, but you wasn't making the best for that moment. Like,
right.
You wasn't. Like, when I listen to Victory Lap, I can relate to shit that he's talking about in Victory Lap. That's what makes it good for me. That's why I say for that year that was the best album, because Victory Lap was relatable for me. I knew what it was. I knew how it felt. I listened to your album. But certain things.
It was a bunch of songs put together on one album. That's what it was. But Victory Lap was, especially if you were a Nipsey Hussle fan prior to his death, because a lot of you weren't.
Exactly.
But if you were a fan prior to his passing, then you would know why he named it Victory Lap. You would know why it was a cohesive project. You know what I'm saying? Because this was a marathon, no pun intended, but this was a marathon to get to that album. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had been in the game for a really long time, putting out quite a few mixtapes to get to this debut album,
Yeah.
And then to pivot to Travis Scott. If you listen to Travis Scott's album was a cohesive project. It literally sounded like a theme park. Like, how do you put a theme park on an album? That is insane. It literally sounded like an audio theme park.
You know what? Now
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It did. Everything was well put together. Like,
Yes, it was a complete project that was well thought out. The theme was executed to perfection. And you mean to tell me that these two motherfuckers lost to Invasion of Privacy? And we supposed to like really hold Grammys up at this high level, top of the top, creme de la creme still, when y'all have consistently made blunders like that? No. I mean, it's cute. It's cute to say that I'm Grammy nominated. It's real cute to say that I'm Grammy award winning. But to your point, we don't really hold the Grammys to that anymore.
And that's
You know.
and the Grammys did that. You know what? Gilbert Arenas said it best. Cause I'll be fucking with his podcast, but he had asked a nigga, and he was like, "Would you rather have my bank account in the NBA or an NBA championship?" And the dude was saying, you know, he want the championship because that's something, you know what I'm saying, money can't buy. Won't. But then Gilbert said, shit, I can buy everything that you getting off that fucking championship though. You know,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where he was like, shit, you know, why would you sign a shitty ass contract and then win a championship, but you still got shitty ass money? He was like, I don't worry about that shit because I made sure I cashed out. Like, you got to make sure that you cashed out. Turning around in music, you just got to make sure that you are the voice that niggas is gonna talk about for years and years and years. You got to make sure you're a legacy. I ain't gotta have the Grammys to be a legacy. We've seen that every motherfucker who had a Grammy, who was a one-hit wonder, they still run around saying they had a Grammy. But at the same time, you saying that, you about to get on a bus. Nigga, I've never had a Grammy. I'm about to get on a private jet. We are different.
Yeah. 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 You're definitely different. And not to even make it all about money, like there are people that have never won Grammys that you can consistently list are in your top 10, top 5, whatever the case. Like, case in point, Nicki Minaj. Can't nobody deny her talent.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? How many Grammys does she have? 0. Diana Ross. Diana Ross is, bless you. Diana Ross is another one. She doesn't have any. And who gonna deny the boss? You know what I mean?
Deny Diana motherfucking right. That's why I said you got to get the fucking world. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you got to be relatable to the world. Fuck
Yeah.
this subculture of people. Like you
Right.
said, half the time they don't even be listening to these people.
Right.
They just whatever. Oh yeah, I know about Little Jazzy 9, and they just check the check mark. They ain't heard not a song.
Right. Right. But they had the best campaign. So yeah. Just to, when it's time to vote, if you remember them, you know,
That
and
shit is
that,
wild. I'm not even
yeah,
talking about that shit.
yeah, yeah. But in the same breath, you know, shout out to the ones that did get nominated, because
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, it is still a good, it is still something good to have.
It's a good look.
Your
Listen,
resume, yeah.
it's a good look. If you are one of those people that it's not as far as what the music industry is. If you're not one of those people that are actually musically inclined to make song after song, and you make a song to get you a Grammy, I am 100%. I am not talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This I am not talking about you. I am talking about the people
Yeah.
who are the powers that be that don't give a fuck about what's really popping in, you know what I'm saying, in the world for real. They're
Yeah.
on, like you just said, they're only focused on who's campaigning the most.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna campaign. If I was ever Grammy nominated, I'm gonna listen to all the fucking nominations that's after me. And I'm gonna be like, oh no, I didn't win that, or yeah, I won the shit out of it. But I'm gonna keep it real with
Yeah.
myself.
Right. 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 I would definitely do that as well. I would definitely do that as well. But speaking of Grammy wins, that a lot of people was upset about after,
Huh.
and in the history of Grammys they gave it back. They're the only ones to have ever given it back. Milli Vanilli, they have a new documentary out that's on Paramount Plus. Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did. And listen, we take lefts a lot. So that hard right that you did was fantastico.
I try, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastico.
Yeah, so I watched in the 90s Behind the Music, Milli Vanilli, so I knew some of it, and Rob was still alive when that one came out, so I knew some of the stuff, but this one was longer. Of course, this one was like 2 hours long,
Mm-hmm.
and it was I was I was informed on a couple of things, you know.
I didn't
So
know shit about what was going on with Milli Vanilli.
really,
I didn't know a goddamn thing, and I was like,
so
damn.
what did you go in knowing? Just the fact that they were lip singing?
I went in knowing that they were lip singing, and I went in knowing that they gave the Grammy back because they got found out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like I was explaining to Jasmine earlier today, my thing was I didn't know because I was a kid when all this was happening how um, they were really getting thrown under the bus for this. I did not know this at all, you
Yeah.
know. And I was like, damn, like this is the shit that was crazy for me. Not only did I not know about this, but at the same time, I did know this. I don't, and I'm only speaking of people in my age range from who were born between the years of 1979 to 1984. We were babies. In the hood, everybody and their mama knew Milli Vanilli was fake as fuck. All I remember about Milli Vanilli from people is they would listen to Blame It on the Rain and say it's a good song, and they would turn around and say, you know, them niggas ain't really singing that shit. Like, for real, because they were listening, we be forgetting, like, we be forgetting that, like, our parents was in tune in the time right then and there. We be thinking they ain't no shit. They were in tune in that time right then and
Oh
there.
yeah. Right.
So, you know, they were watching interviews and things of that shit. So, like I was explaining to Jasmine, every motherfucker I knew in the hood knew Milli Vanilli was fake as fuck because when they did interviews, they didn't sound like that shit.
It sounded nothing like it. Nothing like
So
it.
it was not a surprise to the hood.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, because like they had been getting called out for it. You
But
know?
like it was even before they got called out, motherfuckers was like, oh, them niggas is lip syncing.
Mm-hmm.
Like every old nigga I knew of saying that shit all the time. And then even I remember oh damn, who was that nigga? Damn, I have to think about it, but it was a comedian that talked about that shit before the shit came out, and he was a white dude.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like it was certain shit that was going on. It's like everybody knew the shit. So, well, for me, every nigga in the hood knew that shit, and then watching the documentary showed that like 95% of the industry knew about the shit too. They just didn't give a fuck. They was pushing this conglomerate because of
Yeah.
Clive fucking Davis.
Yeah. Now, do you believe that they did not know, like Arista as a whole, did not know prior to signing them?
I think prior to signing them, they didn't know, but once they signed them, they found out real quick and real fast, and they had to make sure that they recoup their money because the manager they was under, he made sure he got his check first for giving them niggas over there.
Mm. Yeah. Right, because they had one of the biggest managers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he made sure he got he made sure that check cash first before he brought them to him because he knew it was a mistake to bring them over there anyway. So he
Yeah.
made sure he got his cash first.
Oh no, not the manager. You talking about the producer?
The producer, yeah, the producer.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Because I feel like how the documentary felt like if they would have stayed overseas, then they probably would have been fine.
Yeah, that would have
But
been cool. That'd have been
yeah,
dope.
but what they should have done was they should have the manager that worked closely with them, because the main manager had an assistant manager, and that assistant manager was the one that worked with him, and he's the one that submitted them to the Grammys. I feel like they should have let them in on the secret so that he wouldn't have took it upon himself to submit them to the Grammys, because he didn't do nothing wrong, but he got blamed for it, and he was just like, all I did was submit him to the Grammy. Well, he didn't
Yeah,
know. You know what I mean? So yeah,
it was if the
yeah,
the big wigs knew, the niggas that was
Mhm.
cashing the checks knew, but then
Right. Because and
everybody
that's
else
so
didn't.
funny. Right, and that's so funny because even on the documentary, the ones that worked for Arista still did not want to admit that when they found out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Yeah, they still did not want to admit that.
yeah, especially the nigga that looked like a mob boss. That nigga was not
Yes,
saying shit.
yes. He was like, well, "What exactly do you mean? Like, you know what I mean, fool? Like, you know what we're talking about." But yeah, like he acted like somebody was about to go to jail
Right.
if they admitted to some shit. So, but
Not,
yeah,
but you know what? The reason why I can't do that is because you got to think at that time when that shit happened. Even watching the documentary, that's what I found out. Everybody, motherfuckers out of the woodwork was finding a reason to sue because of this shit.
yeah,
So,
that was crazy.
so they
That,
got to make sure that they say, man, we ain't had shit to do with shit
hmm
because
But
everybody was getting sued.
I would think by now it's been over 30 years that the statute of limitations would be up.
Statute of limitations is up, facts, but
Yeah,
we're in the world of
yeah,
sensitivity. Shout out to Ralph Trashvan. If the shit really hit the fan and get real big, motherfuckers would really be like, we got to start hitting these motherfucking record labels all over the head because they the ones that lied to us about shit. So Milli Vanilli would be the ones if niggas start saying the truth, Milli Vanilli would crawl for other motherfuckers to really actually sue and get money for it.
hmm
So yeah, I gotta be in total. Even though the world knows, I still gotta be in total denial. Like I don't know shit about. I mean, you know how the record work. I gotta act like I ain't been in the industry for 1,000 fucking years.
hmm yeah, yeah, yeah. But that was crazy. But yeah, it's just sad that the casualty was robbed.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that was sad. And like back when they did the behind the music, I think he died like right after. So
you
yeah.
know the bad part about that is like when I was telling Jazz when we were watching it, I told her like the real thing about this is what nobody is really paying attention to is even if this didn't happen to Rob, like if nobody found out that they was lip singing and they continued to be superstars like they were, um, Rob would have still died like that.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Not matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say I think so. I know so. Just because of the caliber of guy that he was. That okay, let's just keep it real. Rob was he's a product of a U.S. soldier and a quote unquote stripper. So you know if this soldier is fucking the stripper, this nigga's mama's a whore. So he's a product of a army guy and then a whore, and then they don't want him, so they put him in an orphanage. They put him in
Hmm
an orphanage where basically he's black, so he is not getting the love that everybody else is getting in this orphanage, even though it's an orphanage, so you ain't getting the type of love you need. But he was really typecasting by himself this time. Where they even spoke about that is he was attention deprived.
Yeah.
Because when he seen people get adopted, he would drink out the toilet so everybody would pay attention to him. So he was attention deprived. So once he got older and he achieved this type of fame, like everything he did in the coalition of that, you got to think after that he got adopted. When he got adopted, he was the only black kid there. He got ridiculed there, and then he became a break dancer because that's what gave him the attention.
Mm.
And so he started from there, and then he moved on to what it is now. So it would always end up tragic because he was always looking for attention that he didn't know, but he didn't know what type of attention it was, either good or bad. He just wanted the attention.
Mm-hmm.
It would have always ended this way.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good analysis of the situation.
Yeah, and
Right.
that's the
Yeah.
crazy part. Even thinking about that, because watching the documentary, when you look at the dude Febreze. Febreze was just basically like that was his big brother. He was riding with his big brother, which you should do.
Yeah.
You know, but you see how he developed a talent. He ended up developing a talent that kept him going on. Rob just wanted attention. He didn't want to develop a talent. He just wanted people to love him. You know, that was the thing. You know, Febreze had the love of his brother, and that's all he needed. Like, you know, they both was kind of fucked up. Like in the documentary, you know, Febreze ran away from home because, and I'm fucking his name up. I know I keep saying, but my man Fab, I'm gonna call him Fab.
Yeah, Fab.
Fab was he had to run away from home because it was abusive. So he wasn't looking for love. He was just looking for a family. Rob was actually looking for love.
Yeah. I mean, they both had sad upbringings, for sure. And they found that love in the fame, but then they also saw that as fast as it came is as fast as it was taken away, and that was just detrimental, you know.
Yeah.
So and this is the crazy part about it, because they actually could sing. They were in a group before. Now I didn't know that part. They were in a group before. Well, one of them can sing.
Fab can sing.
Yeah.
Like, shit. Fab can sing.
Fab can sing, right?
You know. Now Rob, rest in peace, Rob. Love you. For
Rob
real, for real. Light skinned, green eyed nigga, dude, you started a movement, and I'm talking to your angel right now. You started a movement, my dude, that surpassed the world. Every light-skinned nigga with green eyes was getting fucking pussy. Every nigga with green eyes was getting pussy after you. Let's just keep it real. It's a dark-skinned nigga on the north side right now that's probably getting topped off, not because he got some money, it's because his nigga eyes is pretty. This nigga about to go right back to being a janitor at fucking Burger King. You started that movement, my dude.
But shit, I was watching that documentary. I was just like, damn, Rob is fine. Like, golly. Like, dang near every picture that they put up, especially back in their early days, I was like, dang, he is fine. And that hair did it.
You know what? It was so crazy because they knew that shit. Like fuck all what everybody talking about. They stole music or whatever. They didn't steal music. They were just they just got part of a conglomerate and they threw them under the bus. Before even that though, they knew the look before the world even knew the look. You know, like even Fab said, nigga, they knew that. They knew this is what I need to look like. And the minute they look like that is the minute motherfuckers start signed them.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't no slow process. It was as soon as I got this shit done, a month later, a motherfucker was like, "You want to sign a record deal?"
Yeah, that's definitely what happened. You know, and that's so wild that it that it happened like that. Like all it was a hair change. Excuse me. That's all it was a hair change, and it did wonders.
Them niggas was gone. And they was gone. Like I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I was happy to see that it is turning out like life as a whole is turning out to be a positive for Fab.
Yeah, I appreciated how his life was going. And I was looking at that, I was like, that's so dope for real.
Yeah. Cause I'm like the way they made it look in the beginning, it made it look like he's living in a studio apartment by himself. and he's just in Amsterdam, just there. But no, that's not the case. And I love the fact that he's singing and he's embracing the Milli Vanilli songs and he's
Yeah,
singing them. Yeah, because I probably would have steered away from them.
that's what Jasmine said. She said, "Psh, I wouldn't be playing shit."
Right.
But like I explained to her, I'm like, you got to think about it. Like he said, when he plays these songs, um, he tributes Rob to it because Rob was really caught up in that. Like that was the only thing that Rob had. Like he said it without saying it. Like he said, "Hey, my big brother didn't have talent. What he had was a dream."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He said that without saying it. And so
Yeah.
when he does those now, and he do it for a tribute to Rob because Rob didn't have the format, but what he did is he had the face. So his face
Mhm.
is always going to be tied to these songs. So I'm gonna forever sing these songs to remember and reminisce over my brother.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can respect that. I can definitely respect that. I just wasn't expecting
Yeah,
that. Yeah, because
most
I
niggas
saw.
won't, but that
Yeah.
nigga's from Paris, so he got a whole different mentality.
Right. 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 So, um, now this was a question that was brought up because I had a conversation about this documentary, and I actually had a conversation with DJ, and shout out to him,
Shout out
because
to DJ.
he said something about like them giving the Grammy back, and he was like, I mean, the songs were still sung, so they didn't. Why would they give the Grammy back to the Grammys instead of the Grammys just giving it to the people that actually sung it? And I was like, you know what? You have a point. So what do you think about that?
The only thing I can say about that is, because they did not want to admit fault. They can't do that. They'll take the Grammy back, and then they'll throw these two niggas under the bus. You know, I'm not gonna admit to my mistake. I'm gonna just say, yeah, it's them. It's
Hmm.
them. They the fries. It's not us. It's them. Uh,
Yeah.
and I mean, and that's it would have been that would have destroyed the Grammys back then if they would have said, okay, well, we're gonna give it to the artist.
Mm.
Then they would have had to be a whole different conglomerate than you see right now.
Yeah. So would you think that they would like go as far as being like, okay, we need proof of who's singing or what? Like, how would that change things?
They don't need well, if that would have happened, then yeah, it would have been always they would have started crediting the people that is credited on the album. Um that would have changed everything because how you see how it was with Milli Vanilli at that point, they just nominated them for a Grammy. They didn't even check the album to see that they were not credited on making or producing or writing or singing on anything. They
Right.
was not credited on anything. That would have changed everything back then. So
Yeah.
the Grammys would be a totally different thing right now. Um, Not saying it's like a big butterfly effect, but just saying how we looking at the Grammys now that we don't think the Grammys is shit. We probably would have more high resolve for the Grammys now if they would have been recognizing that shit back then.
Hmm. Yeah.
It would be you saying or me saying the Grammys ain't shit, and then you or me having a rebuttal of why the Grammys are the shit because they actually are paying attention to these artists.
Yeah. 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 But but I don't know. I don't know because in the same breath, like DJ had a point. Like the song was sung, and if we're basing it off of the talent alone, but I don't think it was based off the talent. And then on top of that, what you said with the whole not wanting to admit fault, you know. But it's just sad how everybody came down on these guys, and these guys really was just, the face of this whole scam.
Yeah, that's all. But
Yeah.
that's what happens. That's why that's what you do to escape goats. You make them the face. The face is
Mm-hmm.
always gonna get hit. It's never like that whole thing about you gotta cut the snake off by the head. That's a fucking lie. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
destroy the body.
Yeah.
Because the face is literally just a face. It has no involvement with what's going on under in the deep underbelly. Because the
Yeah.
deep underbelly is what's really popping.
Yeah. Right. 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 Because the one that was the puppet master, he practically got away scot free. Then tried to put out like the real Milli Vanilli with the real people. Now that was crazy.
No, the funny part about it is the real Milli Vanilli didn't even have the real people.
Right. Right. They
That
didn't
shit
even
is
have the original
weird.
people. Yeah. Like, and that man got buku money. He got money hand over fist. Now, when Rob and Fab did try to come out, now that was sad. Their record sales, that was sad. They said they moved like over 2,000
2,000 units
units
worldwide. That's
worldwide.
crazy. Out of the
Insane.
whole world.
Right.
So if we do the math of that, that's 2 people out of each city.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Mm. But I bet you that vinyl costs thousands on top of thousands of dollars right now.
It should.
Yeah. Especially if it was never played.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But then that
But
says a lot. You got to play it. You got to play it. You got to be a fan.
yeah, to even want it, to even
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
You're not
even
just
be like,
buying
I'm
that
gonna
shit
get
to be
it.
a collector's item.
No. That's why it would be a whole lot of money if you could find one that's not played.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you ain't
So,
buying one to just be a collector's item. If you find one that nobody touched, um, yeah, the niggas didn't know what it was. The niggas didn't know what it was. Like niggas thought they was washed up at has-beens. It ain't gonna be one. If you find one of them, it's because a record store closed down and then they never they kept paying money on their storage. Like that's the
right,
only
right,
way you
right.
gonna find an untouched version of that if you have that. Because other than that, them niggas trashed that shit because it wouldn't sell it.
Right, exactly. And that's even if they put it in their stores. Because they probably saw it on the list and was like, hell no, I ain't buying that. And don't nobody want to buy that. So I ain't going to buy it. This is not in demand. So, yeah. But yeah. But overall, I really enjoyed the documentary.
Yeah, it was a dope ass documentary.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny because like the memes and the TikToks and the reels that's going on now about that one band where they were just like, this is what happened when you have to bring your brother on on a girls trip or a slumber party and they got the nigga dancing and shit. I did not know um that they were signed with the same people that Milli Vanilli was signed to, and they was making that. Well, he was making a mint off of them in the 70s.
Oh, Boney M.
Boney M. I did not know shit about that. When I was seeing
I
those
never
memes
heard
and
of
those
them.
TikToks, I was really like, damn, that's weird. Like, I did not know that the nigga dancing was the fucking lead singer. I did not know shit about that.
How about I never heard of them
Me
to
either.
this
I only seen
documentary?
them on TikToks.
I hadn't even seen them on TikTok. I don't know what you're talking about as far as the TikTok is concerned.
Oh my God,
But
yeah.
watching the clips from the documentary and listening what you saying that the TikToks are, that gotta be hella funny. Cause that dude
Yeah.
was like dancing everywhere. And then come to find out, he was just a dancer. He wasn't
Yeah,
no
he was
singer.
legit a dancer.
You're right.
The nigga was singing the songs for him.
Right.
And all he needed to do was get in there and just be like, boom, ha, ha, da, da.
Right.
Boom. And then touch the mic one time and then jump back.
Right. So, yeah, that was funny.
I did not know, but I'm like, these niggas in the 70s, like, understand how fucking amazing this is to do this now. Like, niggas don't do this now. So this is crazy. In the 70s, these niggas pushed 80 million records.
That's
And
wild.
I only know them as a TikTok, and you don't know these motherfuckers at all.
Right. That's what makes it even more wild.
And these motherfuckers put out 80 million records. This is what was sold.
Yeah.
Are you fucking crazy? That
Right.
shit is wild to me. I'm like, what?
Right.
This white man was making hand over fist
Yeah,
money by
and he was the real singer. That's the killer part. He was the real singer at Boney M. So yes, he's
right
literally making hand over fist.
killing.
Yeah. Right. They said that man net worth was like 500 million. So yeah.
Nigga killed it. Listen, I mean, as far as him being the villain, you know I love villains, so I ain't got nothing but the utmost respect for his villainy. But how that shit was handled, oh my God. Listen,
Yeah.
this if we're gonna talk about any type of black exploitation, you really have to put him right in there. He's in the top of it because he damn near made $1 billion off of that shit in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely exploited the fuck out of the black community.
Man.
Time after time. And didn't feel no ways about it.
Nah, fuck nah. Why would he?
Right.
Why would he? This has always been making me money. Right. I'm never gonna stop doing this shit. I'm never gonna get legally charged for having slaves this way.
Right, because this is a legal way to handle it. So yeah. I mean, what you gonna do?
Right.
No. I mean, these are bona fide hits. What you gonna do? Not play them?
You're not gonna play them at all? At all. So
like at all.
The world is just gonna know how good we is, and then they're gonna be like, why they don't never go to the US?
Right. Well, now we know why they don't go to the US. Because that was the issue. That was the one thing that brought down the house. So ain't that funny though? Like, it took them going to the US for them to get exposed like this.
Right. You know, the crazy part about it is that's what I was saying. That really baffled me the most about it. It was the fact that they actually was not doing it for real. Like, you know, everybody lip sync. Niggas been lip syncing since the goddamn 1940s, but they were lip syncing their own voice.
That's the difference.
That's the difference.
That's the difference. Yeah, because if you can sing, then we'll work with you, you know. But now that was to the point where you didn't even have to fucking sing. Just get in front, jump around, and look cute.
Yeah, and this ain't never been new. We all remember CNC Music Factory, right?
Yeah.
We all remember the bitch that was on the video ain't the bitch that's singing the song.
Right. Right. And then they tried to double back when they came out with their second album.
Yeah.
And put her in the video.
So, but yeah, we know that. We all know that. Shit. More money, more problems. Kelly Price sung the shit out of that. You didn't see her not one time in a goddamn video.
She was on the screen. That don't count.
Exactly what I said. You didn't see her in a goddamn video. You seen her on the screen on the video.
You saw this much. And she was singing her face off from a remote location.
Not did you see her singing her face off. You wild as fuck.
She was. She was. She was from a remote location.
You know, they've been snubbing the shit out of people that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they have. They have. So, but yeah, if anybody got a couple of hours, I would definitely suggest watching that documentary because it really was good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so on to the next topic, which this is a sad topic. I hate to end on a sad note. But Keke Palmer, she's back in the news with her baby daddy.
Right.
And that is because she had to file a restraining order and request for sole legal custody of her 8 month old. Um, yeah. So yeah, so she had. I mean, she requested for emergency restraining order and for it to be granted without them having to serve him first because of him being abusive and violent and whatnot. And she put in detail in her request what was going on, along with putting still photos from her camera footage of a particular time when he like busted into her house and attacked her. And of course, those have hit the news and whatnot. And then she did get granted both the restraining order and sole legal custody. And her baby daddy, his name is Darius Jackson. He is the brother to Saronis Jackson. So if that name doesn't sound familiar and you are an Insecure fan, he was on Insecure as Dro, and he was also on the show that was on BET called Games People Play. He was I think he was a basketball player, and he was married to Lauren London on the show. But yeah, he came out and he was tweeting, but he didn't at nobody, but everybody knew who he was talking about. And he was saying like somebody being like the most vile, disgusted, whole bunch of adjectives that he used in his tweets that are now deleted. And this prompted Kiki's mama to come out and make a video. And nobody has ever seen Keke Palmer's mama. So that on top of that was like, wow. But she made a video excuse me, about the situation and about conversations that she has had with Saronis, and telling him how his brother is being abusive to her daughter, and she was asking for his assistance to try to rectify this situation. And he was saying, he allegedly was saying to her mom, "Oh well, shoot, I was abusive to my women too, so he probably has learned it honestly," and blah blah blah. And so that prompted him to come out and say, like, I have never been abusive to any woman that I've been involved with or whatnot. Now he has a baby mama who's also on Insecure. His baby mama was the chick that, for the Insecure fans, was the chick that Lawrence, it was a chick that Lawrence had dated briefly right after him and Issa broke up, that worked at the bank. So she came out and I guess she had like tweeted or put on Instagram that gif of Michael Jackson eating popcorn that people use when they are like watching some stuff go down.
Yeah.
So then she had to come out and make a statement. Her statement made absolutely no sense. So I don't even try to remember what the hell she was saying, because everybody, even I thought it was just me that was confused, but then I went to the comments and everybody was like, "Girl, what the fuck is you talking about?" So so
It's a way to be a part of the fucking narrative.
yeah,
You
pretty
know,
much. Pretty much.
you motherfuckers be faking being gaslighted and then say some weird ass shit that don't make no sense.
Right. So so yeah. So, because don't nobody play about Keke Palmer, Darius Jackson is like public enemy number one. His brother
Yeah.
is public enemy number two, and his brother's baby mama is public enemy number three. Like everybody catching them right now. So, what are your thoughts about all this?
Whew. My thoughts about this is, damn, what about your son though?
Yeah.
You know, that's one of my thoughts, and that ain't got nothing to do with me being a daddy now. If anybody that knows me, um, I always want to make sure that the future is taken care of, because that's what I was told to do growing up. So I've always watched children, been, you know what I'm saying, made sure the children was taken care of. That's my thing. So when you look at a situation like this, it's like, and then you hear these scenarios, and then you see this footage. Yeah, that's the only thing that pops in my head is like, what about your son though? Like, you don't want these type of traits being carried over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is his mother. I'm so glad that as a child of abuse, I will say I'm so glad that she seen that from the gate, got a restraining order, and got up out of there. Because if she stays as that boy is getting older, he's gonna start. Excuse me. He's gonna start thinking that is a normal way of living. I can only say that from experience. I thought that was like the normal way to talk to your woman. You know, I thought that was the normal way to deal with your woman. I didn't understand. Like I was as a young man, it took a lot to turn that shit around. Because if I could hit a nigga in the face, I can hit a bitch too. Like when I was a kid, that's how my mind worked.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. Um, So I just hate the situation that's going on because they had the kids involved. But I'm so glad that she got out of it early. So
Right.
that so that won't be privy to be in his memory. One thing I will say, on not being funny but being 100, you women gotta stop fucking with these niggas because y'all think they cute. If this cute ass nigga can't come up and talk to you, like if this nigga can't do that, then you don't need to be around this nigga, because you know what ends up happening with niggas like that? These niggas don't know how to be men. So they do some weird ass, stupid ass shit. Hate to say it like that, man, but as a man, like as I grew older and started fucking, you know what I didn't do? Start slapping bitches. You know, because I knew how to go up and talk to the person that I liked. This weird ass nigga, she had to approach him.
Yeah.
You know, and then she approached him, and then she found out, you know, they was cool, and then this nigga ended up being weird. This nigga started being weird. You start doing this weird ass shit, and you stay with him, because you know I ain't gonna not to be that kind, because I ain't calling women whores, but when you don't get dick regularly like that, you get attached. You got attached to this weird ass, dumb, fucking ass nigga. And not to downplay you, my dude, because whatever you own is whatever you own. What I will say is that's some dumb ass shit for you to do that dumb ass shit to that woman like that on camera. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nigga, you fucking yourself up. I
Right.
ain't
'Cause I'm like,
you know what I'm saying? You got some shit going on. I'm just saying right now as an individual, you fucking yourself up.
Right, because I was thinking like you had to have known that lady got cameras all around that house. Like, why would you? Or maybe he
some weird ass shit. I'm sorry, what did you say?
He probably just really didn't think that she would go as far as to, you know, get away from him legally, you know. But I don't know. I just,
Man, come on, you you got this little girl. I can't even call her a little girl because she's a grown ass woman.
grown.
That's just me on my protective mode. You got okay, so I'm gonna keep it 100 as a nigga. You got your bitch out here with her whole ass and pussy out while you trying to throw her over a couch, nigga. You crazy? Nigga, you crazy? Nigga, boy, you better be glad this is old footage because you would have been in jail.
Yeah.
Like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
She getting assaulted all the way around. She is getting exposed all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you would have been under the jail. I'm just, and this ain't got nothing to do with no nigga shit and no nothing. This is just talking about the times right now. You better be glad this is old footage and not something that a maid went and reported. Because your ass would be in jail.
Man.
You niggas got to be better. You niggas got to be better than that. Listen, I ain't saying Keke Palmer ain't got good pussy, but ain't no pussy good enough for you to start putting your hands on this bitch. I always keep telling my niggas that shit. I done ran across some good pussy in my life. I'm not gonna act that way. I'm not gonna be funny. Every woman then ran around some good dick too. But you know, the women that crashed and burned was the motherfuckers that was trying to put their hands on that good dick. They had to leave it alone. Same way with dudes. You gotta leave that pussy alone. If that pussy makes you so mad that you want to punch the pussy's owner in the mouth, stop fucking with that pussy.
The subject matter is so not funny, but the way that you be wording shit though.
Like for real though, the honest to God truth.
The owner of the pussy.
Like,
no matter how many times she say it's yours, she is the owner.
Don't get it
twisted, right? Do not get it twisted.
It's not yours, my nigga. Right. Like, listen, even if you married, that pussy is leased.
Right. So, yeah, you can't do nothing of the sort to the owner of the pussy.
Man. Someone to punch the owner of the, you gotta get away from that pussy.
That pussy like for real.
For you.
Yeah, like for real. Like nothing like this is worth going to jail over. You know, is that worth the public humiliation? It's not worth you losing any type of custody or relationship or anything like that with your child. You know, so like none of this shit that he's going through is worth it.
Man,
but he brought it all on himself. You know what I mean? So
you do, yeah. I mean, and then you posting this all weird ass shit like, "Son, see you soon, nigga." You just got caught fucking overhand writing his mama. Like, nigga, right now, what you need to do is not say shit at all.
Right.
You know.
So
what saved Chris Brown is Chris Brown didn't speak until the case was over.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Excuse me. But I saw on Twitter that there was apparently a post he made, because he's deleted his Twitter again. But there was a post he made where it was like several pictures of him and his kid. It looked like they were in the airport, and then like the last clip, the last slide was a clip from that show that's on Amazon, The Boys. And there was I guess there's a villain on there that was like, "Where is my son? Where is my son?" So I guess he was saying this how you feel when you ain't seen your son in a few hours or some stuff like that, right? So somebody had reposted this and was like, and they kind of did like a little deep dive into the character on The Boys. So apparently this character raped another character, and that's how this son came about.
Oh, we talking about Homelander, yes.
Yeah.
But he didn't rape her. It came out. If you watch the show, it came out. He didn't rape her.
Okay.
He didn't rape her.
Well, that's what they were saying on this post. And they were saying that he wanted his kid.
She wanted that. She wanted the sex. She just didn't want the baby.
Oh.
Yeah. So we gonna clear that air up right now, just because I am a boys watcher. You know, because that's what her at the time, that's what her husband was thinking too. Her husband was thinking he took advantage of her, raped her. This is a whole cause that her ex-husband is on, destroying this nigga, because that's what he thought. When he finally got to meet up with her, like, no, like, she wanted the sex. She just didn't want the baby, and that's why she got tucked off and put away.
Oh, okay.
Make sure the baby was born, because she didn't want the baby. She wanted the superhero dick though.
Yeah. Right. She wanted the dick. She just didn't want the kid. Okay, gotcha. Well, this person on Twitter, maybe they ain't got that far into the series, but yeah, they was like, if you're comparing yourself to him, then you are a horrible person. And they were saying all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, no, that's true though. He is still a horrible guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a piece of shit.
Yeah, but they were saying like,
you gotta watch the show.
Like, level.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get into detail. My nerve was about to come out. No, but you gotta watch it. Like, no, they're totally 100% right. If that's what you think is cool, you want to be Homelander, yeah, you a piece of shit in general. Not only are you a piece of shit, you're also a sociopath and a narcissist.
Oh wow, all the above. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that's what you want to be, I mean, kudos to you, but understand that, boy, you're gonna end up being in a box somewhere when you get older, because everybody gets old, but everybody don't have friends and family.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, just definitely prayers out to Kiki and the whole situation, praying for better days for them, for a
Yeah,
better because she normally ain't in the news in a negative light. So, and he's really brought a negative light to her in the past few months. But yeah, so praying for better days. But yeah, so that was it. So the last we have is the fucked up song of the podcast.
Mhm.
And we have Belle Biv DeVoe and their hit, which I, out of all these years of this song being out, I did not know that the actual name of this song is BBD.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was me.
Ah,
Yeah. So yeah. So since it is men, are you going to sing this song?
yeah, I could do this one.
All right.
All right, listen. You are now listening to the smooth sound of the Ish We Talk. We're gonna go and do a rendition of BVD. I thought it was me. The lyrics.
Dear, 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 dear,
I
dear,
was
dear, dear.
out last night. See, that's when I met a sexy girl.
Hey.
She was looking so right. She said, I want to take you for a trip around the world. And then the next verse is, and by the look in her eyes, how the girl was serious. She wore no disguise. Oh no. So let's have some fun, yeah. Chorus. I thought it was me. I thought it was me that makes this girl this way. I thought it was me. I came to find out she's like that every day. I thought it was me. I thought it was me that makes that girl so wild. I thought it was me. Found out she's like that with all the guys. Rap verse. Yo, I love being a bachelor. Ricky said, yo, the girl's just a good catch for you. She and I chose to cruise in my love boat. My water bed kept my water bed kept us afloat. I had to prove my manhood, show her that the BIV was damn good, understood. I never had a hold on.
I never had my boat rock like that before.
I never had my boat rock like that before. Yo, you gonna take it or you want me to go?
You got it.
And well, we left the spot, our systems ready to go. She said, sit back and relax. I'm running the show. I couldn't hesitate. It was much too late. That girl got me straight, and I was ready to go. Yeah. B. Yeah. B. Yeah. D. Yeah. BBD. Give it to me. B. D. D. BBD. Yo, Ron, what's up with that fly girl you left at the jam? She's sticking closer to you than bread on the meat of my sandwich. I know you knocked the boots, cuz. Wow. Nah, it wasn't even like that. She left the room to get comfy and cozy. What? Then the R to the O to the N got nosy. Cruising guys was her favorite pastime. Taking chances almost got her lifetime. She said, "You only live once. Stand close." Made many heads turn. If you did her wrong, you just might get burned. So let's have some fun. Yeah. I thought it was me who makes this girl feel this way. I thought it was me. Came to find out she's like that every day. I thought it was me. Thought it was me that made that girl so wild. I thought it was me. Found out she's like that with all the guys. I thought it was me who makes the girl feel this way. I thought it was me. Come to find out she's like that every day. I thought it was me. I thought it was me that made that girl so wild. I thought it was me. I found out she's like that with all the guys. I thought it was me. Oh yeah. I thought it was me. I thought it was me. I thought it was me that made that girl so wild. I thought it was me. I found out she's like that with all the guys. I thought it was me. Make the girl makes that girl feel this way. I thought it was me. Come to find out she's like that every day. I thought it was me that made that girl so wild. Found out she's like that with all the guys.
Yeah.
I thought it was me. Oh yeah. I thought it was me. Oh, I thought it was me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You thought it was who?
I thought it was me.
Oh,
You welcome,
man.
ladies and gentlemen. You welcome.
Yeah. So that was Belle Biv DeVoe. I thought it was me. BVD. Whatever you want to call it.
Horrible rendition.
Right? No, it was
remember the
very
song.
entertaining.
I was totally fucking the song up.
It was very entertaining. Yeah. As you can tell, this song was like a part of my childhood. You know, I still remember the words. You know,
Way better than me because I didn't know I remember the song, but I didn't know the words. So I listened to this song from yesterday to today, and I still managed to fuck it up.
Yeah, I remember. I remember the words. Yeah, this song got played a lot in my childhood, and I didn't even realize that it got played that much until I listened to it the other day and was like, I know all these words. Okay. Yeah. So, but that was a good album. That was a good album.
But like, listen, the song's about, and I'm only referencing this because this is a 90s song.
Mm-hmm.
This song is about a skeezer. This is a skeezer.
You know what? When you went through the lyrics, I was like, excuse me. They had a couple of songs about skeezers.
They love fucking with skeezers. I guess the niggas from Boston don't mind fucking with skeezers
at all, because the song that's actually considered the number one song of the 90s is Poison.
Sure.
So you got Poison, you got Thought It Was Me, and it can very well be about the same type of female. You know what I'm saying? And they was calling them out. So they was over them. They was over them and their foolishness. But
they was ahead of their time.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. You can't be going on your fake feminist shit when you just going somewhere taking dick. Like, get out of here.
Right, right. So it was like it was a New Jack Swing version of Dirty Diana.
Yep.
You know. So
Ooh, that makes sense.
yeah.
It makes sense why Ricky's voice was that way. Because, like, when I'm thinking about the song, that nigga be like, and then damn it,
Mm-hmm.
and he would do the, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. The
That,
girl was serious. Yeah.
yep.
She wore no disguise. I always wondered what he meant by she wore no disguise. Like, did she not wear no makeup? Like,
Nah, she put it out there that she was ready to fuck.
oh,
She was
oh,
down to
okay,
fuck.
okay. Yeah, like she wasn't trying to play
Yeah, she
that
didn't play no
role.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Like Ron said, like if you cross her, she might burn you. This how fucked up she be fucking. She be fucking. So nigga, you might do the wrong
Right.
thing. She gonna fuck with old nigga with the shiftless. She know she gonna go take a pill, get rid of it in 7 days. You don't even know you got it, nigga.
Yeah. Mm, that's a cold game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cold game. But yeah. But the song was jamming. So when you're like 6 years old, you're gonna be singing this at school and don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, yep.
Thought it was me.
Cause that's the only part I knew. Like when I'm thinking about it from the age I was when it came out, yeah, that's the only part I knew.
Yeah. I thought it was me. Yeah.
I thought it was me that made that girl this way. Thought
And
it
then
was
it
me.
was me.
Found out she's like that every day. Yeah, yeah, that was the part
Right.
I knew.
You're right. I was like, yo, Ron, what's up with that? Fly girl. Like
Man, then, shout out to Ron for knowing this bitch wasn't shit.
duh.
He was
Duh.
letting the crew fuck the shit out of this bitch. He like, nah, I'm cool.
I'm straight. Yeah.
Shout out
I'm
to
straight.
Ron for knowing.
Mm-hmm. Right. Like, no, I'll pass. I'll pass. But thanks. Thanks for the offer, but I'll
Right.
pass. But yeah. Yeah, so that was Belle Biv DeVoe.
Now you know.
So yeah. So yeah, so I don't have any final thoughts, but Jerry's final thoughts. You can take it away.
Ooh. Okay. Well, Jerry's final thoughts is simple as this. Um, we're approaching that time in November that we have to talk about things that we are grateful for. I know that Thanksgiving ain't been here yet, but I will start it off early and say things like this. I am very grateful for um, people like Lindsay, people like my mother, top notch people, the people that are the first in the top tier in my life, like Jasmine and Karen. Um, I'm thankful for that, and I realize sometimes that some people aren't privy to be that rich. Um, a lot of people are privy to have a bunch of friends and be around a bunch of people or always be in the who's who, but a lot of people aren't rich. Um, and when I say it like that, I mean rich enough that they know that they have family. They know that they have people that actually will come together and either hatch things out or talk about it or um, just want to know what's going on with you. So my Jerry's final thought is if you don't have that, try to find that. And if you can't never find it, I always appreciate the people that do have it because um, this life that we have is very fleeting. And the last thing you want to do is be sitting there when you know they about to turn the lights off and you ain't got nobody there to help you walk out.
Mm.
And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Right. Thank you for that, Jerry's final thought. So, yeah, this is episode 99.
It's 1999, my
My
nigga.
nigga. And we are coming up on the 100th episode, which we are doing live. So if anybody's in the Kansas City area, hit us up because we are selling tickets for the show. You can buy them in advance or come to the door. It's all over our social media. So yeah, just hit us up and we will get that to you. So yeah.
Wow.
So we will see you guys on the live show, episode 100. Bye.
Exactly.